just right then and there I was getting judged. Alright, so let me just tell y'all, I feel like I've always been the type to look at a woman and be like, oh, she's bad. Like, look at her boobs, look at her butt.
Damn! Miss Parker finer than a motherfucker.
I would. Right?
Damn. I knocked the dust off that pussy.
Okay, so in about 2009, I think I was 12 years old, and this is when I had my first kiss with a girl. Now, let me remind y'all, the girl was 2 or 3 years older than me, and she also went to a different school. So we didn't see each other as often. So after this happened, that was it. There was nothing more than that. So then in 2011, it was before I turned 14. So at the time I'm 13, and this is when I got my first girlfriend. Now the way that this happened is we were wifeys in school, and never did I think it would turn into more than that, but months later we turned into girlfriends. And this happened because we had a kiss. We kissed each other and we didn't really talk about it, but it happened again, and then finally we were like, okay, girlfriends. So since this happened, I was like, well, this is real. I have a girlfriend. It's not just, oh, I'm looking at women now. I have a girlfriend. And I want to say we had already done stuff at this point, so I felt the need to tell my friends at school. And I didn't tell everybody. I just told 2 people. And I remember we were in science class, and automatically one of them was like, you can't like a girl, you're supposed to have a husband, you're gonna go to jail. I mean, not jail, I'm dead. You're gonna go to hell. That's not right. Like, so automatically I'm getting judged, and I already am thinking like, okay, this is why I didn't want to tell anybody. And the other friend was like, I don't feel like maybe she believed me at first, but then finally she was like, okay, this is real. But she didn't judge me. She just like accepted it and didn't believe it still, or whatever. I don't know how that went, but I just remember she didn't say anything judgmental to me to make me remember like her reaction. I just know she was genuine about it, and she was like, okay. So then, and sorry y'all, I had to make notes so I didn't as much, so bear with me. But yeah, okay, so then in 2012 I was 14, and it was the end of my 8th grade year, and my mom found out. Okay, so she found out because at this time the girl that I'm still dating, my girlfriend, she goes to a different school. So at her other school, since she goes to another school, she came to my house the day after the 8th grade formal, and we had plans to go to Six Flags with my mom and my brother. So that morning we made it all the way to Six Flags, and then my mom seen a hickey on my neck, and she was like, you know, what the is that? Where did it come from? And all this and that. And I guess she just knew it wasn't there that night when I came home, so automatically she was like telling the girl, you know, that's disrespectful to put that on my daughter. You're making her look like a hoochie or trash or something. I don't remember, but she was like, you know, for you to make my daughter look like that is unacceptable. It was disrespectful and all this and that. So she was like, that we'll never see each other, as far as she won't come to our house and spend the night or anything like that. So this is literally right when we get to Six Flags, so we have all day left, because this is a day we like, the tickets were paid for and everything. We had to go this day, so we're stuck all day. And it was just so awkward because my mom, now I know because we had the talk, but she was not mad at the fact that it was a female. It was the fact that I was so young and I was doing stuff. So at the time I was just so angry with my mom because the girl could no longer come over, so we didn't talk about it. And finally when we talked about it, she was like, I love you, you know, you're my daughter, you should have told me, you know, you don't have to hide stuff from me and all this and that. And like I said, I was just too young to be doing anything with either a boy or a girl. So it was just like, okay, you know, cool, she was fine with it, whatever. And then I was 15 and I had got my belly button pierced. Now when I got my belly button pierced, around that time is when I told my aunt that I had a girlfriend. And was it? I'm trying to think. Okay, so I got my belly button pierced. I told my aunt, and she was like, basically, I knew you always want to get rainbow stuff. You like colors. I see you looking like type stuff. And it was just, it was kind of refreshing, the fact that, because my aunt was a lesbian also, so I told her, and it was just like, okay, you know, this is okay to be like this, which I never really doubted it, but I didn't have anybody to talk to about it. So this is who I talked to about it. And finally, let me tell y'all what she did. Okay, so finally she throws me under the bus. And I say that because we were at breakfast one morning, and I was sitting there, and I want to say that, like, I got up on the table, like, you know how when you lift up, if you're against the table, it pulls on your, I'm doing it because I'm trying to show y'all, but it's all the way down there. It'll pull on your belly button and yank it down. Okay, so when that happened, it hurt, and I was like, oh, like, you know, but I couldn't react on it much. And my aunt was just like, my dad's like, what's wrong? My aunt's like, Arnold, hey, did you know your daughter has her belly button pierced? And she pulls my shirt up, y'all. And she's just like, look, and I push it down real quick, and I'm like, no, I don't. Like, she's lying. And he's seen it. He was like, Andrea Marie, like, where did that come from? And all this and that. And he was not really that upset, but it was just the fact that I did it, and I didn't ask for any permission from either my mom or my dad. But she threw me under the bus, not once, but twice. Then she's like, hey, did you not know your daughter has a girlfriend? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, and I'm sitting there denying it. No, I don't. Like, what is she talking about? And then finally I was like, yeah, it's true. And he was also like, well, you know, I love you. I love you. Nothing to change that. You know, you should have told me. The same thing basically my mom said. And I was just like, okay. And I feel like my brothers and sisters didn't flinch about it. They probably knew, which I know everybody dresses however, but I was really tomboyish before I had my first girlfriend or whatever, or all that stuff. Let me tell y'all, the same girl that judged me in middle school for having a girlfriend, y'all want to know what she did in high school? She was talking to a damn girl. Now, how that work? But I ain't say nothing, but it was just the fact that you sit there and judge somebody and look at you. But aside from that, there are so many sins in the world. I don't feel as though people should sit there and be like, oh, you're gonna go to hell, this is so wrong, you shouldn't live like that. I'll live my life and you live yours. So I just feel like if you are in the situation and you don't know who to tell or how to come out, just find somebody that you trust. And it should be easy, because I wish I would have thought about this sooner, but everybody that didn't accept me back then for this, if I would have told them, are the same people that shouldn't have been in my life. So just do what makes you happy. But also, it was just the fact that you can't help who you love. You can't help who you love. When I was telling people that I was coming out, basically, it was not, I didn't come out as a lesbian because I felt like I had never been with a guy in that way, so I didn't want to label myself as a lesbian until I had seen, so I just said bisexual. But I just feel like I'm lesbian now, and I don't just say that because I have a girlfriend only, but because I've been with a man and I've been with a woman, and I know now that a woman is better than a man. So I don't know, but thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It was a little crazy. I tried to put it in order as much as I could. So I guess basically what I just had kissed a girl at 12, and that was my first experience to see if I liked it, and I liked it. And now I'm 21, engaged with a female, and I'm so happy and in love, and I cannot wait to get married. And yeah, sorry, I'm going on. Thank y'all for watching. Have a great day. Be sure to comment on this video, like my video, subscribe, and share it with a friend.